We got into combat every day, every second, all day and all night. You didn't have any backup, you didn't have anybody to depend on, so you just kept fighting and keep going ahead.
Moving ahead was a way of life for Melvin Larsen long before his enlistment in the U.S. Army. Born in Ogden, Utah, Mel's family of 7 children learned early in life that moving ahead could also mean moving away, far away. His father was called to be a mission president in Denmark, and young Mel had to learn Danish at 6 years old. Among the many mission activities, he even helped his father establish the first Boy Scout troop in Denmark. When, at the age of 12, he returned with his family to the U.S., he was challenged again.
I wanted to talk Danish, and they wanted to hear English. And I'd get halfway through a sentence, and I stopped a minute. Is that Danish or is that English?
In time, the family resettled in Salt Lake City, where Mel attended West High, played football, and was in the Army ROTC, graduating in 1942. After training at Fort Douglas and Fort McCain in Mississippi, where he was assigned to prepare his fellow soldiers, it was time to cross the Atlantic.
How did you get to Europe?
And part of the time it was a rowboat.
Pretty big rowboat. It's a Queen Elizabeth.
This was the 3rd Atlantic crossing Mel would make in his life, and it was the last piece he would know for a very long time.
Yeah, Normandy.
The landing at Normandy. So he was actually in the landing barges at Normandy storming the beaches. So and that was quite a horrific experience in some of the stories he's told us.
During the invasion of Normandy, Sergeant Melvin Larsen was shot through the mouth, but continued to fight on. He served under General George Patton in the 3rd Army, 87th Infantry Division, fought in the Battle of the Bulge, lost most of his unit while combating a German tank division, went behind enemy lines knocking out gun emplacements, and was twice awarded the Bronze Star. A chance meeting with General Patton along the front lines could have turned tragic. The famed general did not know the password and was stopped at gunpoint by Mel until his identity could be made certain. Mel survived the fighting, but not unscathed. He was badly injured from a landmine. Wounded many times, he was awarded numerous Purple Hearts, including one with an oak leaf cluster. Additionally, he was awarded the Bronze Star, as well as the European African Middle Eastern Service Medal. When General Patton reviewed his condition, he gave Mel the choice to go home, if he wanted to.
He probably made the right decision at that point to come home, to take the offer from Patton to go home. We're glad he did.
After the war, Mel married and raised 2 daughters and a son. To examine his life, the word hero easily comes to mind. But if you ask Mel his life's mission, it's always been centered on service to his country and his family. That's why it is such a privilege to celebrate Melvin Larsen as Avalon Life Journeys honored veteran from Utah State Veterans Nursing Home.